FBI and reopened the interstate. The interstate was shut down, northbound, southbound. St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office deployed their bomb detection dog. They had to make sure. And we didn't take any statements from the suspect. We didn't recover any evidence. We turned the car and the suspect over to the federal authorities. So I'm going to stop, open questions. I know, Will, you have questions, but I'm going to let you go last because they were on the tape, but I'm going to answer every question you have.
Sir, what was his reaction when you took him into custody? Did he say anything in that moment? Was he?
Yeah. What was his reaction? I was able to get to the scene shortly after the stop, and I saw him in the car. His facial affect was very bland. He was not emoting any emotions at all. He made no statements. And of course, right at first, we didn't know 100%. We knew we had the vehicle, but what we didn't know is did the witness have it right and pick out the right vehicle. But as I watched him and realized he was not asking any questions, like, what's going on? There's cops everywhere. There's men with rifles. There's a helicopter. I-95 is shut down. Why no questions? And I looked at him, I thought, yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy they're looking for. And sure enough, it was.
There was a witness flown here. Can you tell us about that?
There was a witness
Flown by aircraft, the helicopter?
Yeah, the witness from the incident at Trump International was flown to the scene by the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, and he was able to make a positive ID. So, of course, then we knew we had the right suspect.
And he was not armed when you took him into custody?
He was not armed when we got him out of the car. We didn't search the car. We waited till the FBI got there, and then we used our flatbed. Traffic was horrible out there, you can imagine. We had our flatbed Sheriff's Office record, put the vehicle up and take it down to wherever they wanted it in Palm Beach County.
Sheriff, you guys have repeatedly touted that the South Florida Task Force operates on communication between counties. This was the biggest test of that communication. Kind of talk about how that led up to this.
Well, you know, preparation is always the key. We have worked so closely with Sheriff Bradshaw and his people over the years. We have a task force. We're all together, so it was really a seamless handoff of the information, and that was critical. You know, they knew the vehicle they were looking for. Had they not gotten it to us quickly, we would have missed that car. And had we not had all the experience we have, because we invariably are stopping high-profile felony cars coming out of Palm Beach, coming out of Broward County. We're used to that. This is nothing new to us. And so the preparation, the large trucks, the takedown mannerisms that we use really worked out, because had that subject had the opportunity to chase, had we just turned on blue lights and he would have taken off, we would have had to hit him and crash him on I-95. Well, I'll say this, it was probably the highest profile stop the Sheriff's Office has ever made. We were stopping the man who was involved in an assassination attempt on the highest profile target of the planet. And I am thankful to the men and women of this Sheriff's Office that put themselves in harm's way and apprehended that suspect without incident.
Talk about the delicacies of not escalating this situation into a high-speed chase, because he could recognize that there's people following him and turn it into that.
Yeah, good question. You know, the technicalities that went into not getting this elevated into a high-speed chase. Once we saw that vehicle, got the tag, we were locked on. We had a green light. There was no backing down at that point. There's nothing he could have done that would have shaken us loose. He could have fired at us. He could have driven that car as fast as it went. There was no way we would have pulled off that chase because of the high-profile nature of what he had done. So the fact that our troops out there, the men and women on the street, knew, don't get in there, turn on blue lights and play Dukes of Hazzard. Slowly move our cars into place, wait until we have adequate resources, and then don't give them a chance to run, just get them. And that's exactly what we did. It just works out. We had a lot of practice, you know our tagline, #Ronald County, and it worked.
Sheriff, can you speak to the bravery of your deputies to get involved in something that they don't really know what they're getting involved in at the moment?
Yeah, that's a good question. The uncertainties of the stop, I mean, I think in this case, they knew it. I'm real proud of them. We've released body worn camera to you all first, our local people, and you should have that coming across. You're gonna see a textbook case of a traffic stop of a felon, a known felon. And look, I say it all the time, I don't deserve any credit. I'm standing up here because I'm the sheriff. I was home having a cup of coffee after church, and I did get out to the scene, but I wasn't right there. They deserved the credit. They took the chance. They saw the car. They approached it. They got it stopped, and there's no force on earth that could have stopped them from getting him.
You said in this situation, it's all about communication. Did you guys communicate with St. Lucie County and then maybe even Indian River County saying, hey, this person's headed north?
Oh, yeah.
Be ready, be on standby?
Yeah, the question is, were we all engaged? Yeah, everybody on the Treasure Coast was engaged, but we don't let them get through Martin County.
Will? Might have been interesting.
Yeah, go ahead, Brad.
How many, you mentioned, or how many sheriff's deputies' vehicles were kind of behind him or involved in the stop, I suppose?
Will's question, how many people, how many of our deputies were behind him? We had every available unit in the Martin County Sheriff's Office headed that way. Obviously, we didn't pull them in from Indiantown. We would have had a South County unit down at Tequesta that wasn't there. But we had detectives, we had SWAT guys that came from home. I think at the end of the day, we probably had 30 units either there or heading there before it was over.
And regarding the actual stop itself, you mentioned the big pickup trucks. This gentleman was not pulled over using stop sticks or the pit maneuver, right? Yeah.
Right, yeah. Will's question is, did we use a pit maneuver or did we use stop sticks? The answer is no. We've got these big heavy-duty F-250s with the bumpers, and we just surround the vehicle and then force it to a stop, pushed it, kind of maneuvered it off the interstate. Remember, we have two concerns. Our primary concern, no matter what happens, is the safety of the motoring public. We don't want to create a situation where we're in a high-speed chase or shootout, and there's innocent people. That's always our first our concern. And so, with that concern in mind, we followed our procedure, and that is get the car to stop. Don't give it a chance to run. And the onus is on the driver. And if he had not stopped, it would have been a mess out there.
I guess Sheriff Bradshaw, I believe, I may be correct, I believe he mentioned license plate readers, and that's kind of how they determined that this guy was going north on 95. Did that play into did you guys use this license plate reader technology as well to kind of get a leg up, or?
Yeah, Will's question is, did we use license plate technology? My practice is never to mention methodologies or resources, but we didn't have to in this case because Palm Beach County had already told us what to look for, and that's all we needed. They gave us the vehicle description, they gave us the tag, so we were on it. And think about this. This weekend traffic on 95, I mean, I just, thank God we found that car. And I think we're able to give former President Trump a peace of mind. He's already invited the men and women that were involved in the stop to go to Mar-a-Lago and be thankful for what they did.
Oh, Trump extended that invitation. Okay. Do you know roughly where the deputy sort of spotted the vehicle? Was it like Bridge Road, south of Bridge Road, north of Bridge Road? Or?
Yeah, we originally picked the vehicle up somewhere around the Palm City exit, so that would be 714. And it took us about 2 miles to get all the resources in play so we could surround that vehicle and force it to a stop.
How was he driving when your deputy saw him?
How was he driving when we saw him? He was smart. He was just driving with the flow of traffic. Yeah, I think that he may have thought he got away with it. Of course, he couldn't have known that there was a witness who really did the right thing, took a picture of him, took a picture of the tag, and he was just going to drive himself back to wherever he came from.
Did he have any, to your knowledge, any ties to Martin County or the Treasure Coast?
Yeah, to my knowledge, does he have any ties to Martin County? I think the answer, to my knowledge, the answer is no, I have no knowledge. I think what we're finding out is not from this area, which of course raises the bigger question is, how does a guy from not here, all the way to Trump International, realize that the former president of the United States is golfing and is able to get a rifle in that vicinity. I think that's the question the FBI, Secret Service are laser focused on today. Is this guy part of a conspiracy? Is he a lone gunman? If he's a lone gunman, President Trump is that much safer because we have him. But if he's part of a conspiracy, then this whole thing really takes on a very ominous tone.
And Sheriff, you mentioned the witness a few seconds ago. When it comes to that witness, you guys always, when it comes to cases, saying, please let us know if you see this, please let us know if you see this. That one witness made possible what you guys did.
Yeah, that's good. Your comment and question. Did the one witness make it all possible? The answer is unequivocally yes. Just think a minute. Let's say he got down there, attempt assassination, nobody sees him, he gets away. Actually, he would have gotten away, but civilians saw him. And they'd still be looking for him now. They'd first be doing fingerprints, all the things that we do, and then we would have to find him. So, yeah, that witness deserves a lot of credit.
Sheriff, what's going through your mind at this time? As you said, this is probably the most high-profile situation in Warren County, maybe its history, with this suspect. As sheriff, what's going through your mind saying, hey, this is actually happening in our county right now?
Well, what's going through my mind as sheriff as we made this stop is that this is a once-in-a-career, it's a once-in-a-lifetime event. I mean, how many people get a shot off at the former president of the United States? I mean, the poor guy's already been shot once. And then for that suspect to come into this county, I already had somebody asking me, does it feel like the Lee Harvey Oswald and Jack Ruby situation where the Dallas police and that they catch the assassin in that case of John F. Kennedy. So I feel like the app, without being hyperbolic, is a touch of history. And but the credit, again, I just have to stress it, the credit goes to those road patrol officers who made the stop and took the chance.
Do you know where exactly on 95 is? Just a better sense of where things ended, I suppose.
Yeah, where did things actually end? So we picked the car up at about the 110-mile marker. 2 miles later, northbound, by which time we've shut down all northbound traffic. We've got units flying down 95, slow everybody down, and within 2 miles of the 110, so right about the 112, we're able to make the stop and neutralize the subject.
You have video of that?
Yeah,
That stop.
Yeah, body camera.
Don't tell when he's pulling over.
I'm not sure that we do. Unless there was a traffic unit, we don't have dash mounts.
Right.
Of course, we have body alarms.
Right.
Only the traffic units have the dash cameras for the DUIs.
Mhm.
I don't know that we actually have the video of the stop. Other than the body cameras were all
Right.
activated, but you've seen it invariably. You get a picture of the steering wheel
Yeah.
in a cop. You've all seen it.
Right.
Did you guys have your helicopter sort of involved in this?
Our helicopter never had to go airborne. PBSO helicopter was right overhead, right away. I'll let you shout out to St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office sent a bomb disposal dog. We were able to sweep that car, make sure it was safe. Everybody played a hand. Yes, we caught him, but everybody. This was a team effort.
You said bomb disposal dog was sent by the St. Lucie SO?
Yes.
Not like their kind of big truck, the bomb disposal
No,
truck?
the dog, the bomb
Okay.
sniffing canine dog.
Okay.
Y'all,
Dog.
thank you very much. I've been